Howdy, howdy, howdy. This is Yusuf Graham. I came across your Craigslist post. So you're like, hey, I got a brand new site. I want it optimized. So you want the on-page optimized and SEO, right? So again, Yusuf Graham. I am based out of Texas, Fort Worth, Texas. Okay, and I am a digital marketer, which you can call like a. I do SEO. I do online advertising, stuff like that. And I'm gonna show you what you need to do. Okay. Now, for one, your site's not even complete, which I'm sure you know that because I just been going through. Like this page isn't even here, so yada yada yada. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take it back. I'm gonna take it back to the beginning, right? So the only reason you have a website is so that you can generate leads. I mean, that's the only reason anybody builds a website, unless they just want to like really showcase their work. But really, the only reason anybody posts on Facebook or signs up with Home Advisor builds a website or even does SEO so that they can have people blowing up their phone saying, hey, can you do this? Can you do that? That way you can scale, grow your business, take a trip to whoever knows where, put this shit on autopilot and enjoy your life. Right? Right. So back over here. This is called MCM. And out of 10 years, this is the basic core of SEO, right? Nope. Like I've seen so much crap over the last like 10 years, decade, and you need people saying you need to do this and that. First thing you really need to do is set up this GMB. You go to Google My Business or just type in GMB, right? Fill out that postcard, get the postcard sent, and then you're gonna have to find an address. So use your home address. Don't be afraid to put your address on there, man. Like you got a PO box, use your PO box. If you got an ant, use an ant. But I will tell you this: you set up a GMB in the city that you want to rank in. Okay? Site in your map listing in Seattle, you need to have a Seattle address to rank that in, right? So in your post box, if you know somebody there, say, hey, can I send this postcard to you? Yada yada yada. Right? Whatever you gotta do. And then you're gonna have a GMB, which is obviously number one. Why is that number one? Because let's say I took this example from your website. The reason being extensive cleaning. You always want to have the most authoritative content, which is really the next step in this, right? So after you got your GMB set up, content, right? Content needs to be authoritative and it needs to be relevant. This is what I mean. I live right next to a Miller factory. I type in beer. Guess what? Who takes up half of this front page when I type this in? Wikipedia does, right? Wikipedia. If I type in driveway, who takes up half of this front page? Wikipedia does. Wikipedia. Why? Because they always have the most authoritative content on the subject. If I click on this link and go in there, they're going to have all this words and all this content based on this. They are the most authoritative and relevant on that topic. So, businesses and your services, it's the same thing. When it comes to extensive cleaning, you want to have the most authoritative and relevant content, this stuff, these words about the subject. What makes you authoritative over everybody else, right? Right. So that's what that means. Like you want to be the Wikipedia of extensive deep cleaning, like details and like authoritative content. That and like some of your pages aren't even like here. So we'll get to that. We'll get to that. I also was mentioning I made a video but I deleted it on accident. So like your images, like this is part of the optimization. There's a whole checklist, man, of everything we're gonna do, right? I'm not diving into the checklist. I'm diving into the overview of how to rank your stuff. So I'm trying to save this image, and right here, all it says is extensive deep cleaning. Well, you want to tag and spam the hell out of these pictures. That's what I mean. Like you're gonna be like extensive deep cleaning for like what the kitchen. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Kitchen. Then you can put your biz name. then you put your city, then you put your state, right? You want to just tag the hell out of these pictures. So that's part of the optimization process. Okay, let's go back. Oh, again, this is my website, Upshot Solutions. Lead gen always wins because again, the only reason anybody is doing anything online is to generate leads, right? So you got the content. We're gonna go optimize your pages, URLs, this stuff right here, citation. So when you set up your GMB, you're gonna have to use the address, and that's gonna give you the business name, address, and phone number in your URL. So that's called your NAP info. The same information that's in this is going to get spread through Yellow Pages, Yelp, and hundreds of other directories and websites. Forgot to say something. Okay, so, this is what I was about to say. So, the GMB, like, whenever I look up extensive deep cleaning, and it's going to pull up stuff in my area, right? Because I'm in Fort Worth. These top 3 businesses are in the map listing for this keyword right here. This is a service. Okay, they're ranking for these right here. This is the maps. This is the organic listings. They take up the first page of Google, which is the most highly trafficked website in the United States of America. These top 3 businesses in this map listing get 70% of the traffic. 70%. So these are all phone-driven businesses like you and me, which means these top 3 businesses are getting 70% of the phone calls in this area for this keyword. Anyone Googling or doing a voice search for extensive deep cleaning, for an apartment or whatever, these top 3 businesses are going to get the first phone call. And it's usually the one with the most reviews. There's 5% check reviews first. Or actually, 74% check 5 reviews. That's what I meant. Okay? So you're going to set up that. We're going to optimize your site, build content, get build citations. Again, all this is so we can optimize your online presence, your website, yada yada yada. And then this is where the money's at, or I mean, what SEO, what you're spending most of your money on, or should be, anyways, are these backlinks. Okay, this is the juice. So your website, this is just a vehicle or a tool to generate leads, right? This is a tool. It's like a race car. These backlinks, like fuel. Like the more authoritative fuel you have, like, would you rather, if you're in a race, would you rather use 87 grade or would you rather use jet fuel? Right? Assuming your car can handle it, I would choose the jet fuel, right? You don't need that much, but a little, just like having like a handful of this jet fuel is going to give you that punch to win this race, and that race is the rank on page 1. So you don't bother with the crappy backlinks. You want these authoritative links. And right now you're like, what is he talking about, right? It'll all be explained later on, but I'm trying to keep this video short, sweet, and simple. Okay. So this is what we got to do. Set that up. Go to Google My Business. Get that postcard. And as far as your website goes, it needs a lot of work because like you can't have. What did I see? You had one page that was just a form. Where'd it go? Like, you got to have more stuff than this. Oh, in the last video I was showing you, like, I made this eco-made of Keller, like more authoritative than the original website. So this is a franchise. Every person in that franchise, like this guy's from Keller, but like, this is like the original site, right? I made his portion of the site more stronger than the original site itself. Okay, and I could show you the numbers and metrics, but I'm not trying to geek you out. But yeah. So it's the same stuff, but content, more authoritative content is definitely important. That said, man, I'm about to wrap this up, but yeah, there was something on here I seen. You had a page that was just like nothing but a checklist. I was like, no, you can't be doing that. You can't just have like a checklist for your I think it's right here. One is one of these. Yeah, so when you do get your address, you want to put it on here or like have a link. See, like so, like right here, there's gonna be a link that you can get. I guess if I'm gonna be working on it, I'll do it myself. Anyways, there's a code, there's a URL to this link to this map listing, and you want to embed that on your website, so on your footer. Right, so there's a lot of stuff to do. With that said, I'm gonna get at it. I'm gonna leave you to it, but that's how we do it. All right, thanks.